So I'd like to share a little chapter, the beginning chapters of this book that I have been revisiting, Do Less, Achieve More by Ling Chu. It's an inspiring beginning chapter called The Rainmaker. Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud's premier student in the field of psychoanalysis, often spoke of the power of miracles by telling this Rainmaker story. So here it goes. There was a village that had been experiencing drought for 5 consecutive years. Many famous rainmakers had been called, but they had failed to make rain. In the village's last attempt, they called upon a renowned rainmaker from afar. When he arrived in the village, he set up his tent and disappeared inside for 4 days. On the 5th day, the rain started to fall and quench the thirst of the parched earth. The people of the village asked the rainmaker how he had accomplished such a miracle. The rainmaker replied, "I have done nothing." Astounded at his explanation, the villagers said, "How can that be? After you came, 4 days later, the rain started." The rainmaker explained, "When I arrived, the first thing I noticed was that everything in your village was out of harmony with heaven. So, I spent 4 days putting myself into harmony with the divine. Then the rain came." And in the conclusion part of the chapter, it says, "What the rainmaker did was nothing short of creating a miracle. Although miracles are beyond reason and manipulation, you will find that they can be induced by creating an environment within yourself that attracts the elements of synchronicity and hidden coherence. In our daily lives, we don't call them miracles because of the word miracles that sound too melodramatic. When things mysteriously turn out in our favor, we try to underplay them. We call them good luck, yet so much of this good luck is nothing short of miraculous. Is there a formula to cause miracles and good luck to happen on command? Our challenge is to discover what constitutes favorable factors that create the results we desire. In other words, if we can increase our odds in generating beneficial results in our lives and work, we will achieve effortlessly, as did the rainmaker." And this really reminds me of the practice of yoga, whether in the forms of the more active sorts like vinyasa, ashtanga, or hatha, or even the more restorative types like yin yoga or restorative yoga. It requires a balance of effort and release. The releasing of the effort that makes it effortless. In the context of holding a posture, say even just a half squat, how can you get to a point of having the effort of sustaining the posture as you are bending your knees and engaging the lower body? But at the same time, how can you bring in that effortless smile in your face without cringing, without holding on to the breath, without allowing your face to get red? So this is an example, right, on a very physical level of how can you balance effort and effortless in executing something. But at times, it's really about really doing nothing at all. The day and time that I'm recording this is August 12th. There's a solar eclipse happening today. It's a new moon in Leo, and Saturn is retrograding until from the end of July to December. So cosmically, astrologically, so much has been happening. And at the same time, these alignments are allowing us to come to a space of just being. Sometimes we are in a state of doing, forcing, pushing, and getting on with the grind. But how often are we allowing ourselves to just be, to just let go, to just surrender, right? I talk a lot about surrendering and letting go. And sometimes even nature, environment, even the planets, even the divine is calling us to just stop, let go, let be, and see what comes through. There are different things that might come up for different people in different seasons in the things in life, whether is it about things you need to let go about your own self, your own limiting beliefs, your own situations, people, places, projects. And this resonates pretty deeply within me in this season. And it's about getting rid of old friends, decluttering old acquaintances, connections that do not serve you to your next phase in life. It's a season of decluttering. What you want to create, the old that doesn't serve you, will not be allowed to move together with you. And universe and divine has its own ways to show them to you. And this is how the chapter goes. As you are climbing the ladder of success, you may find yourself naturally moving away from your old counterproductive companions and friends. As the cream separates from the milk, so your old friends who do not share your commitment to excellence and achievement that can exhibit jealousy and envy as you walk out of their lives. As the old Chinese saying goes, when you go near red ink, you become red. When you go near black ink, you become black. To know a person's real nature, look at what kind of people he or she spends time with. Nothing influences you more in your lifestyle, success, behavior, or habits than the company you keep. People on their way up commonly find that the first things to fall away from them are their non-supportive old friends. Another Chinese aphorism states, this, if I believe it's by Zhuangzi, the wise individual's friendship is as light as water. And in Chinese, it's called 君子之交淡如水. The small-minded person's relationship is as sticky and sweet as honey. A true friend is not one who is in your face constantly demanding your attention. They know your life is not about chit-chatting with them. It is about bettering yourself and using your time wisely. In order to be a true friend to you, a person first has to be a true friend to himself. Friends are self-assured and self-supportive. Thus, they can support you while not feeling threatened by your success. On the other hand, the non-supportive friends are called by the Chinese wine and meat friends, or what we call 酒肉朋友. They love to party with you, but burn with jealousy whenever they hear joyous news of your career or personal triumphs. You may discover that many of these so-called friends are really not friends at all. They hate to see you surpass them. In fact, those friends whom you consider your really, really, really good friends can be really, really, really jealous of your success. They would much rather see a stranger soar in the sky of accomplishment than to see you flying there. They thought you were one of them. So who do you think you are to be worthy of surpassing them? As long as you are down at their level with them, they will approve of you. Step out with your accomplishments and you will get scorn heaped upon your head. Because of their inferior judgments of themselves, which keep them bound, they cannot feel happy for you and your advancement. There is nothing you can do to change their minds about you. You should quietly and graciously walk away. As you clear out your old, jealous companions and useless activities, you are now making room for more suitable associations to enter. Let the eagles and dragons enter into your life and begin soaring among the heights and mountain peaks with them. Leave the old red pack standing on the low plains of mediocrity. This is also a great time where you welcome greater opportunities into your life. What we have not cleared, the new will not come in. So I hope during this season, allow yourself to do nothing because you will be really surprised by what actually surfaces up to the surface for you to be aware of. Perhaps new inspirations can come through, new aha moments about a certain situation, an inspiration, opportunity might surface out of nowhere, simply because you have chosen to just allow yourself to just be. Just being, doing nothing, doesn't mean you are becoming useless or that you are useless in its way. But it brings so much expansiveness, so much space that you are creating. You are creating a bed of new opportunities where you can plant new seeds, where you can create a whole new path forward for yourself. So in this is the more that you can be, the more you can achieve when you start to do less, because you know more amazing things are going to come through for you. So till the next one, see you.